Hi, I'm Heather. I'm a mother of one. My son is named Malachi and he's 12 and he's just started senior school.
Well, my name is Juliet. I'm a mother of one son, aged 8 years old.
Can I ask you both more directly if your child has spoken about any aggressive or violent behaviour that's either happened to them or that they've seen at school?
Yes, they have. My child's spoken about it.
Yeah, and what sort of examples have they given you or concerns they have?
It's been things like things they're not really used to. So they've gone from junior school to senior school and he's in a class and there's some boys that are quite disruptive in the class. They're not just disruptive and disturbing the whole class, they then pick on individuals. So it might be, you know, he said to me, my son said to me, oh, it was a light tap around the head. And I said, a light tap will end up to be a heavier slap, a punch. It can escalate. It shouldn't be happening in the first place, you know. And when he said that this happened to him, I was quite upset and I wanted to come to school. And he said no. He didn't want me in the school talking to anybody. He did come and tell me, but he didn't want me in the school. When it happened the second time, he said to me he does not want me in the school. But on that second occasion, I pointed out to my son, if you don't do something about it, I will. I don't want to hear another one of these tales of this same individual, you know, coming and pushing you and things like that. They've got the verbal teasing that goes on in the school, which is to be expected because, you know, they've changed from a younger school to a bigger school. They're going to meet different people and different attitudes. And then there's been violence in the school, as in quite severe violence, but not towards my son, but between another group of boys, older boys in the school.
Do you feel it's a fairly constant atmosphere of violence and aggression, whether it's in physical violence or verbally?
I think
it's going on all the time, isn't it?
He doesn't say it's going on all the time. It's not like that. I think he sticks with quite a lot with his year group. I think they just started, and a lot of, you know, they're the new fish in the big pond. So you know, a lot of people have a little pick here and a little pick there and stuff like that. And they've settled down now, so it's not continuous. But I do believe it's there. It's in the schools. It's on the streets. It's brewing. It's just about when your child really does enter into that phase of it. You might be lucky where your child gets to skirt around the outside and just gets a little taste. You could be unfortunate where your child happens to be one of those that's picked on and gets a full-blown scenario, you know.
Juliet, what's your experience?
My experience is my son coming home and saying, Mom, you never guess what? Someone had to go to the head teacher's office because they hit somebody. That is what my son is experiencing. He's in primary school, he's in a Catholic school, sort of very big on discipline and sort of behavior, such that when it happens, it is an event, it occurs. So that really just presents an opportunity for us, you know, to discuss what did the boy do, all these things, oh, he did this, he broke the rules. So it's really just an opportunity to sort of understand, you know, what the child did that was in trouble, what the rules are, and how you have to expect the rules. You know, how it, you know, and the thing about hurting others, you know. So for me at this stage, because he's very young, year 3, it's really, you know, they haven't sort of gone on to that phase yet where they'll be.
Following up from what you said, you're right. There is that excitement.
Yes.
When they see their first full-blown.
Yes.
Even when my son started at senior school, within the first, I think it was 6 weeks, there was a fight outside the school. He'd never seen anything like it, and I went to pick him up. Mom, did you see it? Did you see it? I'm like, did I see it? What? What did I see? Did you see that? The road was blocked off, and this boy jumped off his bike, and he did this to so-and-so, and so-and-so, and then they ran up, and I'm like, you're getting overexcited about violence. And I had to have a conversation with him to say, no, you know, this, if anything, you see something like that, you walk away, because you don't know how it can escalate. You being nosy at the on the curb and it escalates and comes your way, but you're being nosy and then you end up getting a bop on the face unnecessarily. You need to see things like that and stay clear. You don't want to be involved in any form or fashion, but yeah, it was exciting for him.
But in your view, do you think we're seeing anything new here? Because a message that was coming through very strongly from the earlier groups we spoke to, that a lot of the people participating felt that violence and aggression in school was intensifying and was sort of spreading, permeating wider through the school, and in more of a sort of general attitude about violence and almost an acceptance that violence goes on as part and parcel of everyday school life. So is this something new? more intense, or is it what we've always seen in schools?
I think it's always what we've seen in schools, but it's now more glorified by the kids. Whereas before they might have been frightened by it, now it's something to, oh yeah, get your phone out, video that, get it on YouTube.
Right.
It's a thing to, you know, they see it as acceptable, and I think they see it as acceptable because of the media and videos, and there's violence in it, there's violence in film, there's violence in the games they play on their Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. So violence is the norm for them, whereas back in the day violence was not the norm, and they find it quite acceptable, and they find quite high levels of violence acceptable, and that's would be my concern as to why you would find it so acceptable.